Is she to be buried in Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is. Therefore make her grave straight. The crowner hath sat on her, and finds his Christian burial.
How can that be? Unless she drowned herself for her own defense.
Why, 'tis found so?
It must be, it cannot be else. For here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act. An act hath three branches. It is to act, to do, to perform. She drowned herself wittingly.
What is this law?
Aye, Mary, is a crowner's quest law.
Will you have the truth on it? If this had not been a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out old Christian burial.
Why there thou sayest, in more pity that great folk should have countenance in this world, to drown or hang themselves more in their even Christian. Call my spade, there is no ancient gentleman, or gardeners, ditchers, grave makers. They held up Adam's profession.
Was he a gentleman?
He was the first that ever bore arms.
Why he had none?
What art a heathen? How thou stands dig? Could he dig without arms? I'll put another question to thee. If thou answer me not to the purpose, confess thyself.
Go to.
What is he that builds stronger than either the masonry, the shipwright, or the carpenters?
The gallows maker, for that outlives 1,000 tenants.
I like thy wit well. It's good faith. The gallows does well. But how does it well? It does well to those that do ill. Now that's thou ill to say the gallows is built stronger than the church. Argle the gallows make it well. To thee, to it again come.
Who builds it stronger than a mason, a shipwright, or a carpenter?
Aye, tell me that and unyoke.
Mary, now I can tell.
To it.
Alas, I cannot tell.
Cudgel thy brains no more about it, for your dull ass would not lend his peace with beating. Learn your ass's question next, say a grave maker. The houses he makes last till doomsday. Go, get thee in and fetch me a shoop of liquor.
Take this.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings in grave making?
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
'Tis even so. The hand of a little employment hath the daintier sense. That skull had a tongue in it. That could sing once, how a knave jolts to its ground, as if it were Cain's jawbone that did the first murder. This might be the pate of a politician, which this ass now overreaches.
It might, my lord.
There's another. Why not this be the skull of a lawyer? Where this be the quiddities now? Where be his quillets, his cases, his tenures, and his trace? Why does he suffer this mad knave to knock down upon the sconce of a dirty shovel?
Mine, sir.
I think it be thine, indeed, for thou liest in it.
You lie out and on it, sir, and therefore 'tis not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it, and be in it, say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick, therefore thou liest. What a man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman, then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that is a woman, sir. The rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the knave is. We must speak by the card, or equivocation will undo us. By the Lord Horatio, this 3 years I have took note of it. The age is so grown, so picked, that the toe of the peasant comes so near the heel of the courtier. He galls his cod. How long past that thou this grave maker?
Of all the days of the year, I came to it that day that our last king Hamlet overcame Fort Cross.
How long is that since?
Who can tell that? It was the very day that young Hamlet was born. He that is mad and sent into England.
Hey, Mary, why was he sent to England?
Why? Because he was mad. He shall recover his wits there, or if he do not, 'tis no great matter there.
Why?
'Twill not be seen there. There the man is mad as he.
How came he mad?
Very strange faith even is losing his wits.
Upon what ground?
Why, here in Denmark, I have been sexting here, man and boy, 30 years.
How long will a man lie in the earth, merely rot?
faith if he had not been rotted before he died, as he had many pocket courses that would scarce hold the lying in. He will let you sit up 8 year or 9 year. A tanner will last you 9 years.
Why he more than another?
Why, sir, his hide is so tanned with his trade that he will not keep out of water a great while. And your water is a sore denser of your coarse dead body. Here's a skull now hath lain you in earth 3 and 20 years.
Whose was it?
A horse of mad fellows it was. Whose do you think it was?
Man or not.
A pestilence on him for mad rogue. He poured a flagon of Rhenish on my hand once. This some skull, sir, was, sir, Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This?
I am dead.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him. Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. And now, how abhorred in my imagination it is, my gorge rises at it, prolong those lips that I have kissed, I know not how oft. Whereby your gibes now, your gambols, your songs, your flashes and merriment, that were wont to set the table on a roar. Now, not one now, to mock them for your own grinning. Quite chop fallen. Now get to you, my lady's chamber, and tell her, and let her paint an inch thick. To this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one more thing.
That, my lord.
Dost thou think Alexander looked o' this fashion in the earth?
Even so, my lord.
And smelt so, ha!
'Twere their work to consider to Churchill, to consider so.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio, why not imagine trace the noble dust of Alexander till they find it stopping the lunghole?
Their work to consider to Churchill, to consider so.
No faith, not a jot, but to follow him thither was modesty enough, and likelihood to lead it. Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returneth to dust, the dust is earth. The earth we make alone, and why that of Loam, whereto he was converted, might they not stop a beer barrel? Imperious Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. Oh, that earth which kept the world in awe, should patch a wall to expel the winter's flaw. But soft a while, here comes the king, the queen, the courtiers. Are come to me.
Who is this they follow, with such maimed rites? This doth betoken the corpse they follow did with desperate hand pour dew in their own die. 'Twas of some estate, catch me a while and mark.
What ceremony else?
This is Laertes, a very noble youth. Mark.
What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far enlarged as we have warranted. Her death was doubtful. Pebbles should be thrown on her, the remaining instruments, and the fringing home of foul and gold.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. We shall profane the service of the dead, to sing a requiem and such rest to peace parted souls.
Sweet's the sweet farewell. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed to have decked, sweet maid, and not have strewed thy grave.
O trouble will fall 10 times on that cursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off thy earth a while, till I have caught her once in mine arms. Now pile your dust upon the quick and dead, till of this flat a mountain you have made, till over old Pelion, or the skyish head of blue Olympus.
What is he whose grief bears such emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars, and makes them stand like wonder? Wounded heaven, this is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil, take thy soul!
Thou prayest not well, I prithee thy take my fingers from my throat, for though I am not splendid and wretch, yet I have had in me something dangerous, which I let thy wisdom be. Hold off thy hand.
Hamlet, Hamlet!
Why will I fight him upon this theme until my eyelids will no longer wag?
Gentlemen!
Stop it, stop it.
My somewhat theme.
I love Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my son. What wilt thou do for her?
Oh, God forbear.
He is mad, Laertes. Swould show me what thou do. Would deep, would fight, would fast, would tear thyself, would drink up eyes, eat a crocodile. I'll do it. Do some for here to whine, to outface me with leaping in the grave. Be buried quick with her, and so will I. And it will prate of mountains. Let them throw millions of acres on us, till our ground singing in the pate against the burning zone. Make also like a wart. Nay, and thou mouth, I'll rant as well as thou.
This is mere madness, and a while the fit will work on me. And not as patient as the female dove, will let her golden couplets are spoiled. But the silence will
Hear you, sir. What is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you, everything, but is no matter. Let Hercules himself look dead, cat with you, and dog when I was dead. I pray thee, good Horatio, wait upon him. We'll put the matter to present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son. This grave shall be a living monument. An hour of quietly shortly after we shall see. Till then, in patience our proceeding may be.
When she will persist. No, it's
Nay, but here you good men, Delver. The gallows maker for that frame outlines a thousand trends.
Tenants. You don't want to say frame.
The gallows maker for that frame outline. Am I supposed to say frame?
No!
He builds stronger than a mason. Your sail line?
Ship.
The crowner half saddle. Her obstacles have been as far. Oh, fuck. Wait, cut.
go get the inn and fetch me a super liquor.
Take this.
Don't exit like that!
What, man?
Take this, man! Alright.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Oh, Mary isn't quite
Mary now, I can tell.
Tooth?
Matt?
Horatio, why not imagine a trace? The noble dust of Alexander till I find it and stop at my gunpoint.
What's Sarah? Oh, well, you're talking to Horatio.
No, we're talking Laertes. That could sing once.
Cut.
What's that, my
Pluck them asunder.
What's that?
That's his line.
Man!
Boubacarr, why are you on the scene? Boubacarr, why are you on the scene?
What?
Hi. Alright.
I wish I could.
For recharging our camera. Yo, this is Great Diggers Production. Act 5, Scene 1, Hamlet.
Now,